Hello everyone, and welcome to my Cat-Walk TBR game for the month of December. I am filming this on November 13th because I am just excited to see what I will be trying to plan on reading in December. This video, I am planning on it going live on December 22nd, so we'll see how it goes. The one book that I absolutely, oh, this is a sticker, I might be able to take this one off. Anyway, sticker's coming off of my book. Anyway, see if it'll just, yeah, it's coming off anyway, so I might as well just take it off because it's like an old sticker and it's going to leave some residue that I'll just kind of, the sticker was a Nautilus Book Awards winner. Anyway, the book is Moojag and the Auticode Secret. That's the book I'm talking about. This is the book I absolutely need to get on my December TBR. This is the book selection for the Autism Reads, which is a book club that I host, where every month we read a book by an author that is that is confirmed to be autistic or somewhere on the autism spectrum. Hey, girly pop, Polly. Stop chewing on stuff you shouldn't be chewing on. So yeah, the author is confirmed to be somewhere on the autism spectrum, and this book club will be continuing in 2025. I've already picked all the books for the year. I did a announcement video for the first quarter of 2025. Now I'm just trying to get some of the sticker residue off because that is going to bug me to no end. I'll work on that later. Anyway, this is the selection for December. This is a middle grade. In 2025, I will continue to rotate with adult, young adult, and then a middle grade. So part of the other reason is I'm really wanting in December to read as many Christmas fiction books as I can. Doesn't mean all of them have to be Christmas fiction, but I want to get 2 or 3 at least Christmas fiction on there. I work retail, and those of you who have worked retail or do work retail, you know how ornery people can be, especially closer to the Christmas holidays. So Christmas is like one of my least favorite times of the year because of how ornery people get. Now, thankfully, I do work in a department where I don't have to deal a lot with that, although people still do get ornery. Because I'm a credit analyst, so people will apply for a line of credit. Usually, said person already knows what their line of credit looks like and if they have a good chance of getting a line of credit or absolutely not, but they still want to try. Perfectly fine. And so I'm the one that looks at, one of the ones that looks at it and says yes, no, and if the answer is yes, what sort of a limit we will be starting you with. Hello? So that's what I do. So I am not face-to-face with the customers anymore. I used to be. I have been with the same company for 18 years. 18. Wow. But I did work a lot of face-to-face, and I saw and first-hand experience of how nasty people can be. I used to work in the extended warranty department of the company that I work for, and that is like, people are the orneriest when it comes to either trying to file an insurance claim, I would imagine. I never worked in that department, but I would imagine it's going to be just as ornery of people sometimes, or an extended warranty. I mean, customer service gets pretty bad, but extended warranty takes it to a whole nother level just because of the situation that people are dealing with. They've already reached their limit for the day and they're taking out their frustration on you. So it sucks and people can be mean. So be nice to those you interact with, please. Anyway, I want something to look forward to. So I want to go ahead and film my December TBR. Yes, again, it is early. I don't care. I want to film it. And again, I am going to try and get some Christmas fiction. Most of the Christmas fiction I have is romance, so this will probably be a little bit heavier on the romance, but I want the Christmas to try and have more joy in the Christmas season, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get set up, and then we will pick which board I'm going to start with. Now, one thing I'm going to do different with this month's game Usually what I'll do is I will do the prompt and then I'll splice in the book that I picked for the prompt. But I think what I'm going to do this time, there are some people that do this that I really don't mind either way. Let me know your personal preference. So I wanted to try it here, see how it works. If you prefer it the other way where I do the prompt and then reveal the book, definitely let me know. But I think in this video, I'm just going to roll for all of the prompts all in a row. So you'll see all of the prompts and then I'll come with all of the books. And then of course I'll say, okay, prompt number 1 was this, and then I'll remind you. So let me know if you have a preference. I personally do not care either way. I just want to know what your preference is since you're the one watching it. So definitely let me know your preference. So without further chit chat, let me go ahead and set this up and I'll lay the boards out and then we'll do a random or a dice roll to determine which board I will be starting with. Okay, so just as a reminder, we start out with 5 rolls. And let's go ahead and switch this guy out to this orange one. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to go with, I did blue last time. Do I want to do blue again? Or do I want to do, you know what? The heck, let's just do the pink and the white this time. Why not? Okay. So I'm going to get these out of the way. And we are rolling to see which board number I will be starting with. And again, whenever if I get a double, then it switches to the challenge board. If we start with the challenge board, it stays on the challenge board, despite the doubles. Okay, so that is a number 3. And let's see which board that is. And then I'll be rolling with these ones, so. Okay, number 3. Aha! Number 3. Right on top. Number 3 is the winter board. So, let's set this on up. I'll keep the challenge board off to the side just in case I get a double. Okay, can you see the hole? There we go. Okay. Now, I need a random number generator. Oh, I've got to do a search. Okay, Google. What the heck am I doing? Okay, let's just close this window down. Here we go. Random number generator. Okay. All right, so we're figuring out where I start. I've got 30 spots on the board, so I'm going to change this. So you can see it's automatically generated a number 5. I'm going to change the max to a 30. And now, let's generate where I'll figure out where I'll be starting. If I can hit it, there we go, 25. Okay, spot number 25. Is right here on countdown. Okay, so that's where we will be starting. Roll number 1. I thought we were already starting with a double, but we're good. A 6 and a 5, so moving 11 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Snow. Okay, so I've just pulled up my list of my prompts. Snow is to read a book with water on the cover. Okay, going for prompt number 2. Moving 5 spots with a 3 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is to read a romance of some kind because it's the day of love. All right, prompt number 3, a 5 again, so a 3 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Birthday, because my birthday is in December. Birthday, I think, is my choice. Yes, it is. So free pick, whatever the heck I want. Okay, going for roll number 4. Oh, these 5s this time. Another 3 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Snow, water on the cover. All right. Will this be the last roll? Yes. Okay. Okay. 4 and a 2, so moving 6 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Show love. What is that? Ah, a YouTube TBR game. That is it for the rolls. So I'm going to get the books outside of the one for the booktube. So 4 books. And then I'll be right back. I picked 4 of the books. Let's go ahead and get these out. I'm going to go ahead and draw 4 color cards. One of them I can't do yet because, as you saw, it was a YouTube TBR. So we'll get to that one. I got to see how many prompts one of the YouTubers gets. So let's go ahead and draw 4 colors and see if I can get them on these 4 books. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And I'll set the rest of these to the side. Okay, so as you saw, prompt number 1 was snow, and this is to read a book with water on the cover. I could go with frozen water and have it be ice or snow, but there's a series I really want to finish, and it's a middle grade. It's like an early middle grade, so it'll be really easy. December can be kind of hectic at times, especially with working in retail, those of you who know knew. So I thought, let's get a couple of easy ones on here. I want to see if this is a complete series. I think it is. I think it's just a trilogy, at least as of right now. Yeah, there's still only 3 books. I read the first one, and it was good. So, water on the cover, I'm going to go with the Puffin Portal by Vashti Hardy. There's a body of water back here. Short, print is big, so there's pictures, so this will be really easy to get through. Like, I can get through this in one day. This is 107 pages. So, yeah. Newly qualified warden Grace Griffin couldn't be more excited about using the Griffin map to teleport through Moorland fighting crime, but her first mission is proving to be a bit of a puzzle. A series of bizarre thefts have been happening all over the country, and the only link between them is the sighting of a peculiar bird at the scene of each robbery. When the clues finally lead to a ramshackle castle on a lonely island, Grace must find more than just a thief. Okay. And let's see if any of these 4 colors are on here. Maybe this gray. No, those are more blue-gray. There's nothing that's like this gray. Well, yeah, no. Yeah, no, that is not on there that I can see. There is no green on this cover. It's more gold. It's not this bright yellow. Okay, so even this green is not on there. So, okay. So no color card for this one. Fine. Okay, prompt number 2 is Valentine's Day, and this is to read a romance. I am going with a Christmas romance. I'm going with There's Something About Mary by Codi Hall. Mary Winters is going to need a whole lot of Christmas cheer to make up for the disaster of a year she's had. Rather than sulk, she decides to funnel all her frustrations into preparing for the most wonderful and busiest time of the year at the Winters Christmas Tree Farm. Although her family isn't ready to hand over the reins yet, Mary is determined to prove herself as manager material, and a certain flirty outdoorsman on her dating app has been giving her just the confidence to do so. What Mary doesn't know is that she's been chatting anonymously with the farm's new foreman, Clark Griffin. The single dad has kept himself out of the dating pool ever since his son's mother left. But the more Mary dedicates herself to the farm, the more Clark falls for her generous heart and jolly spirit. As Clark and Mary catch feelings both online and off, the romantic potential dangles in front of their noses like mistletoes. Love is within their reach, if only they're brave enough to take the first step. This is a bit of a chunker one, but it's a romance, so it'll go fairly quickly. It's over 400 pages. Not including the acknowledgments, It is 405 pages. So, right off I'm thinking, or is this, oh, this bright, well, no, this bright green is not on there. No, there's more of like beige. I don't see any yellow. Let's try her boots to see if they match. Okay, I am going to go with this gray, and it's in her boots, is what it looks like to me. So, got a color card for her boots. There we go. Okay, perfect. So prompt number 3 is birthday. This is because my birthday is in December. It's on December 15th, and I just want to do what I want on my birthday. So I'm going to read what I want. So while I can, I'm going to get this selection for autism reads for December. So this is Moojag and the Auticode Secret. If Nema can't uncover a lost boy's true identity in time, they may never escape the sticky world he designed. When Nema and her friends discover a hidden sugar-hooked society holding lost kids, they find their perfect world in danger. The strange place hides the truth about Nema's missing brother and a plot to destroy the free life she knows. But only then can she reverse a code to prevent a Rocky Candy robot invasion and rescue the captives. Fail and they might never make it back home. Immediately my eye goes to this yellow. And I'm going to say, yeah, it looks pretty good. There's various shades of yellow in this guy's person. I don't know, this person's costume here. So I'm going to say this is on there. So that is the easiest color card I think I have had to, I have found. All right. Prompt number 4 is Snow. Again, another book with water on the cover. So I'm going with book number 3 and the final book in the Griffin Gate trilogy, and that one is the Raven Riddle. As you can see, there's water running there. So there's a little creek or a stream or river, however you call it and wherever you're from. This one is 100. It's a little bit longer than the other one, but not by much. It's 110 pages. So there is green on this one, so I think it might work. Anyway, okay, new recruit Tom Ellie can't wait to join Warden Grace Griffin on their first crime-fighting mission together. Eager to use their powerful gadgets and combat skills, Grace and Tom are hoping for an adventure, so a call to a quiet mountain village to sort out some bothersome birds isn't quite what they had in mind. But as the pair investigate, the situation becomes more puzzling and more perilous. With lives at stake, Grace and Tom will need all their wit, skill, and courage to solve the Raven Riddle. Okay, there's plenty of greens, so right off I'm going to go with this light green because that's the one that I saw first. So there we go. All right, so I do need one book that's going to have this green on there. Okay, so as you saw, rule number 5 was show love. This is to watch a booktuber's TBR game, and then I take all the prompts that they get and I pick my own selection of books. So where I'm filming this one on November 13th, more than likely it'll be their November game, if not older. So let's pick one. Okay, let's see. This is Tatiana from Tatiana Voigt. I'm sure I said your name wrong. I am so sorry. Tabletop TBR. So let me see when the last game was. Okay, so looks like it's going to be the October game. The title is Yo, My Game is Mean, LOL, October TBR game. All right, I'm going to watch Tatiana's TBR, October TBR game, and see what the prompts are, see if I can fulfill those, and then I'll be right back with the books. So I have watched Tatiana's TBR game, and she ended up with 12, so let's go ahead and draw 12 cards. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, the rest of these are going back in their holder, and I'll put this away. And please keep in mind, I also have the one from my original ones I didn't find a thing for. So I do have some Christmas books I'm going to be setting to the side because I did pull all of my Christmas books from my room that I could see right off. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 of which are short stories, Christmas short stories. So let me set these down. Because we'll come to those ones in a little bit. All right. Prompt number 1 that Tatiana got was a book with an older protagonist. So I'm going to go with this one. I had to do a little digging, and I saw a note that the main female protagonist has children who happen to be twins, and they are 20 years old. So I'm saying that the female protagonist is going to be an older protagonist. I'm going with the Christmas book. Christmas by The Lighthouse by Rebecca Boxall. Happy-go-lucky journalist Summer has always managed to focus on the silver lining, but nothing in her life has prepared her for her husband Seth's recent revelation. He wants a 6-month break from their marriage. Determined to stay positive, Summer decamps to Jersey to spend 6 months by the sea, where every passing week makes Seth more of a distant memory. Then she meets sweet, charming Jude, whose life seems to be on permanent hold even before he receives devastating news of his own. To both of them, their chance encounter feels like fate, and with Summer's encouragement, Jude embarks on a bucket list of experiences that seem to bond them for life. When they're together, the world is alive with possibilities, but as Christmas approaches, their time is running out in more ways than one. Will they return to the lives they left behind or take a chance on an unknown future? So I'm banking on that review wherever it was or note that I saw online and gonna go with that. So I'm gonna focus on the first ones here. Okay, so there is a lot of gray. And I think, so I have a warm gray number 2. I have this blue. I have Petite 4, Raw Sienna, Coral Haze, Sunshine, Russet Orange. I have this purple, Willow Bow, I'm not quite sure how to say that, Candy Pink, Fiesta, and then this kind of a pretty color there. Okay, I'm thinking this gray is on here. No. Well, actually, let me see, hang on. No, that's more of a blue on the shading I was thinking. So not the gray. Let's go, oh, this is definitely not. Fiesta. Yes, okay. So as you can see, there is a red door there. And I'm going to say that counts. So, and there we go. Christmas by the Lighthouse by Rebecca Boxall, if I don't throw the book around. So I'll say right off, so that's 12 plus the 4 that I picked. That's 16 books, but there's another one that I'll end up with at least 2 books. So 18 books for me. Well, no, 17, because I'm counting one of these as, anyway, you'll know when I get to it. Okay, prompt number 2 was a TBR jar pick. Now the books that Tatiana had in the TBR jar were to go along with the October vibes, so mystery, thriller, horror, or fall vibes. And that's what I'm going to go with. So I have selected to go with From Below by Darcy Coates. It says, no light, no air, no escape. Hundreds of feet beneath the ocean's surface, a graveyard waits. Years ago, during a routine voyage, the SS Arcadia vanished without a trace. Though a strange, garbled emergency message was broadcast, neither the ship nor any of its crew could be found. 60 years later, its wreck has finally been discovered, more than 300 miles from its intended course. a silent graveyard deep beneath the ocean's surface, eagerly waiting for the first sign of life. Cove and her dive team have been granted permission to explore the Arcadia's resting hull. Their purpose is straightforward. Examine the wreck, film everything, and, if possible, uncover how and why the supposedly unsinkable ship vanished. But the Arcadia has not yet had its fill of death, and something dark and hungry watches from below. With limited oxygen and the ship slowly closing in around them, Cove and her team will have to fight their way free of the unspeakable horror now desperate to claim them. So, I mean, there are no pinks, no greens, no purples. Now, there are some obviously blues, so this whole stack is a no. There's no grays. Okay. So, I'm going to say no on that one. Is Petite Four or this blue? I think, okay. One of these has got to be on here. Mostly in the lighting there, but it's harder to see, but where the light really hits it, does look like that one is there. So, I'm going to go with number 635. Again, these are all just to my naked eye. It does not have to be an exact match, but pretty close. Okay. Prompt number 3 is a book with a name basically in the title. I'm going to go with another Christmas one, Nick and Noelle's Christmas Playlist by Codi Hall. This Christmas story just got remixed. Nick Winter's Christmas at home is going nothing like he planned. What was supposed to be a memorable holiday with his longtime girlfriend goes sour when he learns she cheated on him while he was overseas. At least Nick can rely on his usual shift at the family Christmas tree farm with his best friend, Noelle Carter, and her endless supply of Christmas tunes to lift his spirits. A night of fun together is just what he needs to forget about his ex. But then they kiss, and it feels so right. If Noelle can turn Nick's Blue Christmas merry and bright, this might be the last Christmas Nick spends with a broken heart. This year, they'll be rocking around the Christmas tree as a couple, as long as Nick's ex doesn't go standing under any mistletoe. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and go with this green. It's hard to see, but it's like there's a string of lights, or not necessarily lights, but it's in the shading of the Christmas tree. You can't really see it, but I swear it is there. The tree is obviously green, which does not match this, but it looks like this is in the shading. So I'm going to go with it, to me. Yeah. Prompt number 4 is a book with a lot of hype. So I'm going with one that had a lot of hype. It was either last year or the year before that, but it still had a lot of hype, and I still hear people talking about it. So I'm saying it counts, and I want to go with A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. B. Hobbs, aka Bianca Von Honey, has a successful career as a plus-size adult film star. With a huge following and 2 supportive moms, she couldn't ask for more. But when her favorite producer casts her to star in a Christmas movie he's making for the squeaky clean Hope Channel, B's career is about to take a more family-friendly direction. Forced to keep her work as Bianca under wraps, B quickly learns that this is a task a lot easier said than done. Though it all becomes worthwhile when she discovers her co-star is none other than childhood crush Nolan Shaw, an ex-boy band member in desperate need of career rehab. Nolan's promised his bulldog manager to keep it zipped up on set, and he will if it means he'll be able to provide a more stable living situation for his sister and mom. But things heat up quickly in Christmas Notch, Vermont, when Nolan recognizes his new co-star from her closed-doors account. Oh yeah, he's a member. Now, B and Nolan are sneaking off for quickies on set and keeping their new relationship a secret from the Hope Channel's execs. Things only get trickier when the reporter who torpedoed Nolan's singing career comes snooping around and takes an instant interest in mysterious newcomer B. And if B and Nolan can't keep their off-camera romance behind the scenes, then this merry little meet-cute might end up on the cutting room floor. Okay. Let's see. I don't see any grays on this cover. There are some pinks, but it looks like they are more neon and more bright. They're definitely not this sweet candied pink, so no. There's this dark green is not on there. There are no purples. There's no orange. There's no yellows. Coral haze, maybe? No. That is not on there. Raw sienna, no. Okay, what about this petite 4? No. Okay. All right, so first one from Tatiana's game that I can't get a color card to fit, but that is okay. Okay, prompt number 5, another TBR jar. So again, mystery, thriller, horror, or something with fall vibes. I'm going to go with a horror. Satiate, a horror romance by MA Cobb. When a new virus awakens a gnawing hunger, they thought hiding away would be the answer. But as society breaks down, so do the lines between right and wrong. Clinging to the old rules will jeopardize their chances to survive when it becomes everyone for themselves. Caleb fights to fix his past mistakes, while Sarah struggles with her new future. Peter builds his kingdom, but Jessica wants to rule. Will they find a way to satiate their desires? Okay, so the only color that has a chance of even being on this color cover is this gray, and it's not. It's all way too dark. So, yeah, nope. Okay, that is okay. All right. Again, just as a reminder, there is no penalty for never finishing a TBR. All right, prompt number 6, a new author. So an author that's new to me, I'm going to go with another Christmas. I'm trying to get as much Christmas on here as I can. I'm going with The House on Main Street by Shirlee McCoy. This was one that I got from my local library. Used to have a book sale. They don't anymore, but this one does have a Christmas sticker. Interior designer Tess something. It looks like she had a good life. Far from her Washington hometown. She intends to get back to it as soon as she sells the cluttered Victorian house and antique shop she inherited from her sister Emily. But leaving Apple Valley a second time won't be so easy. There's her grieving nephew, Alex, to consider, and there's Sheriff Cade Cunningham, the adolescent crush who could easily break her heart again if she let him. To Cade, Tessa was simply his high school sweetheart's kid sister, but now there's no denying she's a beautiful and caring grown woman. One he'd like to get to know, except that Tessa is determined to leave again. If Cade wants to change her mind, he'll have to show her that small town life has its lovable side. And that he does too. Most of all, he'll have to convince Tess they're good together, and that every step has led to right where she was always meant to be. So. Okay. Oh, I need to look to see if any of these colors are on here. I'm hoping this blue one is, this Petite 4. And I'm going to say yes, definitely in the shadings on like the windows there. The blinds are pulled halfway down. Definitely looks like that is on there. So, Petite 4, we'll go with this book. Prompt number 7, another TBR jar. So another mystery, horror, or thriller. I really, really want to get to this one. One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole. This is a thriller. Let's see. Years after a breakdown and a diagnosis of dissociative identity disorder derailed her historical preservationist career, Kennerita Nash and her alters have been given a second chance they can't refuse, a position as resident caretaker of a historic home. Having been dormant for years, Ken has no idea what led them to this isolated Hudson River island, but she's determined not to ruin their opportunity. Then, a surprise visit from the home's conservation trust just as a nor'easter bears down on the island disrupts her newfound life, leaving Ken trapped with a group of possibly dangerous strangers, including the man who brought her life tumbling down years earlier. When he turns up dead, Ken is the prime suspect. Caught in a web of secrets and in a race against time, Ken and her alters must band together to prove their innocence and discover the truth of Kavanaugh Island and their own past, or they risk losing not only their future, but their life. Okay, so there are no greens, no pinks, no purples. There is a yellow and an orange. No corals, no browns, no grays. Definitely none of those grays. Okay, so I'm down to 2 colors, and let's see. There's a window right there with some light. Maybe, no. Those are more brown, so this russet orange, no. Sunshine, oh no. Nope, those are more tan. Okay, so no color card for this one. So I will be adding a couple of more books, which is fine. Okay, this next one. This next prompt, pet pick. Molly and Polly are both here in my office. They are starting to drift off. So, I'm trying to get it without waking them. I have a jar of treats for them. So, I'm going to go with some of these other Christmas books that I set off to the side. Okay, I think one of them I'm going to do some of the short stories, and the other one I'm going to do not short stories. So, for whoever picks first, whether it's Molly or Polly, the choices will be My Kind of Christmas by Jeanette Daly, A December to Remember by Jenny Bayliss, and Hinderbell, The Shadow of St. Nicholas by J.D. Netto. So that'll be for Molly or Polly, and then whoever ends up doing it second, these are all short stories. So I have The Christmas Heirloom, Christmas Forevermore, and A Hopeful Christmas. I know that two of these, it does say it's a romance. One says a romance, this one says it's a Regency romance. And I think this one's just a clean romance too. So, okay, let me see. I'm going to start with this deck first. And I'm going to see who's going to pick first. She's on my stack. I'm working on putting all away my Halloween like socks and shirts and decorations. So let me grab Polly. Say hello. Good girl. Come here. Oh, goodness. Okay. Put her in front of the books. Do you smell the treats? Yep. All right. A December to Remember it is. Of course, going for the one closest to her. All right. Yeah. All right, here you go. You can have that one too. All right, so as you can see, Polly went first. So I'm just writing Polly, and then I will do Molly. Okay, so Polly's pick was A December to Remember by Jenny Bayliss. Three bickering half-sisters, one unique antique shop, the coziest holiday season of their lives. Wildly different half-sisters Maggie, Simone, and Star have hardly seen one another since their sprightly summers at Rowanthorpe, their eccentric father Augustus's home. Known for his bustling approach to the knick-knack shop he ran, Augustus was loved by all and known by none, but not even his daughters. Now, years later, the three estranged women are called upon for the reading of Augustus's will, and quickly realize he's orchestrated a series of hoops through which they must jump to unlock their inheritance. The last thing any of them want to do. But Maggie and Star desperately need the money, and who would Simon be to resist? Or Simone. Excuse me, it's Simone. I think I've been saying Simon, it's Simone. Let's see. Through hilarious goose chases, small town mishaps, and one heartwarming winter solstice celebration, love is in the air, if only three sisters can let themselves grasp it. Okay, I was only going to do one color card for the pet prompt, but since there's a couple of books that don't get color cards, I'm going to try to get the color card for both of these, which is not going to happen. So let's go with this coral color, Coral Haze, because I think this is on here. No. It's definitely a pink, but definitely not like this peachy pink. So let me grab this candy pink. No, that is way too dark. So this light color is not. Yellow. There is some yellow, but it's more of a gold, so it's nowhere near like the color of my shirt. Orange. I don't see any orange on this cover. There is gray. Oh, but it is like several shades darker. What about this raw sienna? Because there is a tree. And that looks pretty good. I don't see any purple. There are blues. There is a green. Let's go with this green. Okay. Right smack in the middle, there's a tree. And I'm going with this green. Okay, willow bow, however the heck you say it. I don't know. Anyway, So A December to Remember was Polly's pick. Okay, so Molly's pick is a collection of short stories. And the book is 4 holiday novellas, A Love Through the Generations, the Christmas Heirloom. So I have stories by Karen, so it looks like there's 4 stories. Karen Whitmire, Christy Ann Hunter, Sarah Loudon Thomas, and Becky Wade. I have read from Becky Wade before. I do like Becky Wade's writing. Okay, so in Christy Ann Hunter's Legacy of Love, Sarah Gooding never suspected returning a brooch to an elderly woman would lead to a job, and introduce her to the woman's grandson. While he may be far above her station, she can't help but notice that his desire is to make this Christmas special for his grandmother, matches her own. Okay. In Karen Whitmire's Gift of the Heart, widow Ruth Albright uses the family brooch as collateral for a loan from, oh, I'm wondering if this brooch is going to go through 4 different generations. Okay, continuing on. She uses the family brooch as collateral for a loan from the local banker. But the more she comes to know that the man behind the stern businessman, the more she hopes for a second chance at love as the holidays draw near. In Sarah Loudon Thomas's A Shot at Love, Fleta Brady's rough and tumble childhood means she prefers hunting to more feminine activities. She never expected her mother's brooch might be how a fellow hunter turns her attention from competition to romance one December. In Becky Wade's Because of You, Maddie Willow Winslow has spent years in love with a man whose heart was already spoken for. When a church Christmas project brings them together and she stumbles upon an old family brooch, might it finally be her turn for love? Okay, that sounds really cute. There's no purple, there's no gray, no orange, no yellow, no pink, no coral, and no brown. Black, red, and blue were my only options, so okay, that's okay. All right, 4 more prompts. Prompt number 9, female protagonist. This is gonna have a female protagonist, at least for some of them. I don't know. Oh, hey, I found an old color card. I'll put that in my little thing. This will be, I think this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Yeah, because it starts like off with Twyla. So at least part of it will be told in, and then Krampus. So we're getting some of it in her point of view and some of it in the Christmas monster. Krampus is a Christmas monster. So Kidnapped by the Krampus by Emily Shore. I've had this in several TBRs and have yet to get to it. I'm really hoping to get to it this season. 'Tis the season for spice and a little Krampus magic. Investigative journalist Twyla ventures into the world of the mysterious Krampus to uncover the truth about the eccentric CEO. But when she wakes up in his winter castle, kidnapped by the horned billionaire, she finds herself drawn into a scorching romance. As Twyla uncovers the layers of this hooved enigma, she learns the monstrous holiday figure might be more real than she imagined. Oh well, monster romance is trending. For Krampus, Twyla is his last chance at breaking a century-old curse. Can their love thaw his frozen heart, or is he destined to remain the eternal Yuletide demon? There's obviously quite a bit of brown, so let me look at this raw sienna and see if this is on here. Oh yeah. Up there on the wall there behind him. So yeah, I'm going to use this raw sienna. Prompt number 10. We're almost done with the prompts, but then I still have to add some books. Okay. Prompt number 10 that Tatiana got was a graphic novel or a comic. I'm going to go with Codi the Catsitter Volume 4. This is The Purrfect Plan. I don't know if there is going to be a 5th one or not. I'm hoping at the end if it'll say to be continued or if it's the last one. I don't know. But this has been a fun series. This is middle grade, and it's all about Katie, this neighbor that lives in, who's a superhero that lives in the same area. They fight for justice, for things like environmental justice, animal justice, things like that. And there's a bunch of cats, like over 20 cats. It's awesome. Codi the Catsitter, wanted, top secret plan. Katie was rocking 7th grade and being a superhero sidekick, so when a new threat puts the whole city, including Katie's own home, in danger, she's ready to spring into action. She'll just need one super secret plan, a little help from her friends, okay, a lot of help, an invitation to the city's fanciest party, 217 highly trained cats, and maybe an elephant. Easy peasy, right? Can Katie pull off the plan of the century? And, uh-oh, is someone on to her secret identity? Okay, so there is an orange cat on here, so let's see if this orange... Okay, I'm going to say yes on this orange because there's 2 orange cats. So, like right there, and then there's one right behind this young lady there. So it looks like this orange is there. So Russet Orange, I'm going with Katie the cat sitter, the perfect plan. And someone asked in one of my other videos what the point of these color cards is. It's just to add another challenge, layer of challenge. Okay, and then ultimately ending up adding more books to my ever-growing TBR, which is fine. Just another challenge. So, prompt number 11 is to read a standalone. I'm going to go with The Christmas Sisters by Sarah Morgan. This is really light. It says, in the snowy highlands of Scotland, Suzanne McBride is dreaming of the perfect cozy Christmas. Her 3 adopted daughters are coming home for the holidays and she can't wait to see them, but tensions are running high. Workaholic Hannah knows she can't avoid spending the holidays with her family 2 years in a row, but it's not the weight of her expectations that's panicking her. It's the life-changing secret she's hiding. Stay-at-home mom Beth is having a personal crisis. All she wants for Christmas is time to decide if she's ready to return to work, seeing everyone was supposed to help her stress levels, not increase them. Posey isn't sure she's living her best life, but when her parents depending on her, making a change seems risky, but not as risky as falling for gorgeous new neighbor Luke. As Suzanne's dreams of the perfect McBride Christmas unravel, she must rely on the magic of the season to bring her daughters together. But will this new togetherness teach the sisters that their close-knit bond is strong enough to withstand anything, including a family Christmas? Okay, I don't see any gray. Well, there's gray in the hats, but that's like a slate, like dark, dark gray. There is no purple. There is a yellow, and it looks like that will work, but let's see. This candy pink might be easier to do. So one of these. Coral haze. No. Okay. So do I want to do this yellow in the lights or this candy pink kind of up here? Like right in here. I'm going to go with the pink. I think that yellow will be easier to find on another cover than this candy pink. So I'm going to go with this candy pink for the Christmas Sisters. Okay, and this last book, I'm just looking at the cover and the colors I have left. I have 4 colors left, actually 5 from one of my 4 previous books, and it doesn't look like, well, no, okay, it looks like the green from my previous one, because there's no yellow, no purple. Well, there is yellow, but it's a pale yellow. No gray, because it's mostly blues. Definitely no purples, so yeah, okay. Let me show you what the book is, but the prompt is an author's debut. And I'm going to go with Murder Most Festive. This is a Christmas mystery by Ada Moncrieff. And I did verify this is actually the debut book for this author. Christmas at Westbury Manor is more murderous than merry. Christmas Eve 1938, the Westbury family and associated friends have gathered for another legendary celebration at their beautiful country house. The champagne flows, the silver sparkles, and upstairs the rooms are ready for their occupants. But one bed will lie empty that night. On Christmas morning, David Campbell Scott is found dead in the snow. A pistol lies beside him, and only one set of footprints leads to his body. It should be an open and shut case, but to amateur sleuth Hugh Gaveston, The tragedy seems more complex than the evidence implies. Campbell Scott had just returned from overseas with untold wealth. Why would he kill himself? And if Campbell Scott didn't hold the gun to his own head, the question becomes, who did? And I'm saying this green is in there, especially in the tree. It is harder to see with the lighting and holding it up to the camera, but this green looks like it is in there. So, okay. So those are the books from, with one additional book, because I did the two pet pick twice, since I have Molly and Polly and I can't let one choose and not the other. So that is 13 books from Tatiana Tabletop TBR game. I will have the video that I watched to get these prompts linked in the description box, as well as Tatiana's channel. Please check out the channel if you have not. She has got a great channel. It is definitely fun to watch, and those TBR games get wild. And then 4 of these prompts were books. So like prompt number 5 was the Show Love TBR game, which is the one for Tatiana, and then 4 of the actual regular reading prompts. No doubles. At least from my game, I didn't have any doubles. So that leaves 4 color cards I was not able to fit onto any of my books that I have selected for my game and Tatiana's game. So I am going to go find 4 books that have these colors on here, one of these colors on there, and then we'll go from there. So as soon as I find them, I will be back. Okay, so I have found 4 books to match the color cards. So these are in no particular order. So to go for this purple, I'm going to go with this Cozy Mystery because it is definitely in the flowers down here. And this one is from my stack of books that I want to get to into the winter. So I did focus on these ones. Not so much with my whole December TBR game because I really wanted to get a lot of Christmas books. So I did not really focus on pulling books. The 3 mystery, horror, thriller vibe type books I did get from that. So 7 books out of my whole TBR stack for December came from that pile, which is good. Okay, Murder at the Beacon Bake Shop by Darcy Hannah. After catching her celebrity chef fiancé sizzling in the arms of another woman, Lindsay Bakewell left big city Wall Street for small town Beacon Harbor, Michigan, to pursue her own passion as a pastry baker, and gets mixed up in someone's sweet taste of revenge. More interested in kneading dough than adding it up, Lindsay's breakup inspired her to set up the shop she always wanted, in a place that always made her happy. She'd spent many childhood summers near this beach community, and converting the old rundown lighthouse into a bakery, cafe, and home offers a perfect fresh start for Lindsay and her devoted Newfoundland dog, Wellington. But not everyone in town has a sweet tooth. The Preservation Society won't have the lighthouse's history sugar-coated by lattes and cakes, and a protest group crashes Lindsay's Memorial Day opening. Then her ex-fiancé Jeffrey Plank and his girlfriend Mia Long arrive to trash the place. In the ensuing chaos, Mia chokes on a donut and dies. An autopsy reveals cyanide in Mia's bloodstream, and Lindsay is the police's prime suspect. To clear her name, she's going to need to combine ingredients found in the town's checkered past to uncover the identity of a desperate killer. Okay, so to go with this warm gray number 2, I'm going to go with A Little Hatred by Joe Abercrombie. It definitely looks like it is in the highlights on the helmet. So that's what I'm going to go with. The laws are changing. One blood-soaked border of England, Leo and Brock struggle to win fame on the battlefield and defeat the marauding armies of Stour Nightfall. He hopes for help from the crown, but King Jezal's son, the feckless Prince Orso, is a man who specializes in disappointments. Savine Dan Glocka, socialite, investor, and daughter of the most feared man in the Union, plans to claw her way to the top of the slag heap of society by any means necessary. But the slums boil over with a rage that all the money in the world cannot control. The age of the machine dawns, but the age of magic refuses to die. With the help of Mad Hill woman Isern I. Falee, Reich struggles to control the blessing or the curse of the long eye. Glimpsing the future is one thing, But with the guiding hand of the first of the Magi still pulling the strings, changing it will be quite another. Sounds good. It's a thick one, but that's okay. Okay, next, the Sunshine Yellow. Smack right there on the middle of the page. So, this is Dork Diaries number 5. Tales from a Not-So-Smart Miss Know-It-All, written by Rachel Renee Russell. This is told in diary format. It has drawings. This is a middle grade. I love this series. Dear Miss Know-It-All, I think my arch nemesis is spreading rumors about me. Help. OMG, does your arch nemesis have a name that starts with Mac and end with Kenzie? Maybe you can give me advice. Your friend, Miss Know-It-All. Yeah. And that is a fun, quick series. Okay, this last one was the Coral Haze. I'm going to go with Icebreaker with this edition. This one was from the Probably Smut, and it looks like it's in the flower there. So, this is book number 1 in a Maple Hills novel series written by Hannah Grace. It said, this one actually has a synopsis on the back. It says, he's the one thing she couldn't plan for. Anastasia Allen has worked her entire life for a shot at Team USA. It looks like everything is going according to plan when she gets a full scholarship to the University of California, Maple Hills, and lands a place on their competitive figure skating team. Nothing will stand in her way, not even the captain of the hockey team, Nate Hawkins. Nate's focus as team captain is on keeping his team on the ice, which is tricky when a facilities mishap means they are forced to share the rink with the figure skating team, including Anastasia, who clearly can't stand him. But when Anastasia's skating partner faces an uncertain future, she may have to look to Nate to take her shot. Sparks fly, but Anastasia isn't worried, because she could never like a hockey player, right? I'm guessing wrong on that. But, so that is it. Those are all of the books from my game and Tatiana's game as well, because I did get that one to pick books off of a Booktubers TBR game. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 books for my December potential TBR. I can always go way off of base and pick completely different books to mood read or whatever. No penalty for ever not finishing my TBR. There are 1, 2, 3 books that I know I can finish in one day. So definitely the 2 middle grade, like early middle grade, Griffin Gate series books, those 2. And then the Codi the Catsitter graphic novel, I know I can finish that in one day as well. So, and I'm pretty sure the Dark Diaries I could too. It's a little bit longer, but it's fairly quick reading because the writing is big. And there's pages of just full things. So that's actually 4 books that I could finish in one day. So, not too bad. Looking forward to all of these. They all sound great. So let me know if you have read any of these books. Have you read books from any of these authors? Do any of these books sound particularly intriguing to you? Definitely let me know. What are you planning to read in the month of December? I know it's still early, but is there a book that you're just really excited to get to in December? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.